Metabo HPT came out with a new 4000 lumen tripod light. You can see it right here running off the AC adapter. It is sitting next to the Milwaukee 2136 rocket light. This is 6000 lumens. But man, if they were the same color and weren't labeled, they are so similar, it would be hard to differentiate which one was Milwaukee and which one is Metabo HPT. Now when I'm going through the Metabo HPT, I just want to note a few things that are very, very similar. If you take both lights, they all have a small amount of movement. And I did get this to push down, right? This too has a small amount of movement. And I can get that to push down. If we look at the bases, they are dang near identical. There is some differences in the switching. There is some differences in the fact that the Milwaukee will actually charge the battery where the Metabo HPT will not. But that's about where the differences end. They will both come down and be very, very compact. They, in fact, both store identically. Basically, you're just going to push that up, boom, done. Same thing, almost the same exact types of switching, or everything here is pretty much identical. It has to make me wonder, are these lights made by a different manufacturer that's making them for each company? Because while there are slight differences, they're pretty much the same. By no means are these two identical lights, because they're not, but the similarities are really uncanny. When you look at how this works and what's connected together, you drop down the tripod, we're up on this, it's not going to completely come down. The wires that go between this, almost the same. The way the legs are built, almost the same. We bring this down, it's pretty much all the same. It's just how this stuff goes together. There are some pretty big differences. The Milwaukee does have some better features. You have a USB output on the side. You have multiple ways of lighting the top, multiple switches rather than just one switch here, but we'll go over that. The battery is sitting out in the open on the Milwaukee. We have a battery cage for the Metabo HPT. The Metabo HPT will take both the multi-volt batteries and 18-volt batteries. It will not take the multi-volt adapter. I think that's kind of a big deal in a way, because it would be nice to use that adapter if you had it, but you have another small AC adapter that you can use. You just have to store it with this, and there is room to tuck it in here and walk around with it. So I like that fact. This is crazy to me. So if you're looking or are in the Metabo HPT brand and you've always said, hey, the Milwaukee lights are amazing, now you have pretty much the same thing in your brand. Let's take a closer look at the Metabo HPT light. It is in its fully compact form now. You have multiple handles here to grab it, both in the front and in the center. It is very balanced, even with the multi-volt battery in the back. If you'd like to put a shoulder strap on it, you have a place that you can put a tether here. You could put it to this handle up front, which is not rubber overmolded, just plastic, or you could go to the other tether that is up front just underneath the lights. Very easy. The simple switch to move your tripod legs out or lock them up is right there. Very, very easy to use. And then you have a rubber overmold in the back that is going to be part of this AC adapter system. This to me is sort of a downside. It is nice to have it, but it is going to be an adapter that will not charge a battery. It is just going to be to use this light through corded power. That is all it'll do. It will not take any juice from the battery that's in here, and it will not give the battery any juice. It just runs the light. So it's nice for the fact that we have a little rubber piece that keeps it IP55 rated, but you have to carry this with you. It would be nice if this was just an extension cord and it plugged in. That would make it super simple. Everyone's got an extension cord on the job site. When we look at the front, we have one button here. That's going to turn the light on and also go through all the modes, then turn the light off. There is not a button to turn this on and then switch the modes. It's going to turn on, go on high, step down to its lowest mode, and then it's going to turn off. With the larger 4 amp hour multi-volt battery inside, this will run for 16 hours on low, and it will run for 4 hours on high. This thing goes up well over 6 feet, which I think is awesome. Again, that single button to turn things on, and then it'll go through all its modes and then turn itself off. So if we bring this guy back down, we have it on high. At this point in time, we're gonna bring this down to low. We can adjust these to shoot in any direction in this 180, and then we can turn it sideways either way, things bright, and make this go just about anywhere we'd like to. I think that's a very cool system as far as how much light can get out. And again, 4,000 lumens on high. Pretty sweet system that can do just about anything that you would like it to, where it's sitting and or pick it up and move it. It's not very heavy. The amount of light that you get out of this is pretty amazing. That's with this all turned forward. We can push out the sides a little bit and get this pretty well lit up. That's on high. We'll just drop down through the modes. It's probably pretty rough to see some of these modes. That's low right there. Still not bad. Very easily workable in a completely dark space. That turns it off, and then we are back on high. Now we could adjust this up a little bit to get a little bit better of a view or lighting wherever we'd like. But this is pretty sweet. So let's check what happens when we plug this in and there's a battery on the inside. Light stays running, and then if we unplug it, light stays running. So that's good. We can switch over between the AC adapter and battery without the actual light turning off. We just get that little blink, which is pretty much the same as what happens with the Milwaukee. Very little difference there. Folding this guy up to take with you is very easy. I suggest turning this off. That makes it the easiest. Drop those switches out, fold this up, boom. You can reach in the back, push everything in. So we are locked. Lift up here, put the handle up, pull our AC adapter out, push the rubber plug in, and you are ready to rock and roll. Very easy. Good system. Nothing's going to come out other than that. This needs to be tightened up slightly, which is normal. And if we open this up inside, there is a Phillips head screw there. We can just tighten that up to approximately where we think it would work. And we can use the pressure on that. We obviously don't have to go too tight. That is not flipping over hard at all, and it will hold it. Now we just have to do the same to the bottom one. So if you're in the Metabo HPT line and you were looking for a little bit better tripod lighting, you now have it. You can check this guy out. I'll leave some links in the description below so you can find out where it's got the best pricing. As always, give us a like in this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.